Hola, clase. Vamos a hablar hoy sobre los objetos indirectos. For Spanish 3, this is a review. For Spanish 2, this will be an introduction, but it works for both classes. So we're going to talk about indirect object pronouns today. Objetos indirectos. We've already discussed objetos directos, direct object pronouns. Los objetos indirectos son un poco diferentes, pero no tan diferente de los objetos directos. Ok, los pronombres de objetos indirectos. An indirect object pronoun tells us to or for whom an action is being done. Okay, por ejemplo, I bought that skirt for her. I bought, I is the subject, bought is the verb, skirt is our direct object, I bought what? For whom? Her. This is our indirect object. I gave those shoes to him. I is the subject, gave is the verb, shoes, I gave what? Shoes, so this is our direct object. To whom? To him. This is our indirect object. So once again, we've just gone over this. We're going to do it again. What is the verb, the direct object, and the indirect object? I bought that skirt for her. Bought is our verb. I is our subject. Skirt is our direct object. I bought what? A skirt. And finally, for whom? For her. That's our indirect object. Objeto indirecto. Okay, más. I gave those shoes to him. Gave, el verbo. I es el sujeto. Shoes es el objeto directo. Y finalmente, him es objeto indirecto. All right, so what pronouns do we use for indirect objects in English? Just to give you some, to pick up on your background knowledge. To or for me, we use the pronoun me. To or for you, well, we just use you. To or for him, her, or it, that's what we use. To him, for her, to it. For us, we just use us. For them, we just use them. So in Spanish, it's similar to what you learned for direct object pronouns, but a little different. Okay, here's our similarities. We use the pronoun me, to or for me. Te, to or for you. Here's where it gets different. For third person singular, him, her, or it, we use the pronoun le, which is a bit problematic as we go into this because this is neutral. We don't know if it's for a guy or a girl, but there's ways that we can differentiate that information. Nos, to or for us. Finalmente, to or for them or y'all is going to be les, just like over here is le. Les is also gender neutral, so we're going to have to add some information to that. All right, let's go on. Okay, so where do these go? ¿Dónde son los pronombres de objetos indirectos? All right. Indirect object pronouns, me, te, le, nos. Don't worry about os, that's for the vosotros. We're not going to worry about it. And les are placed in one of two places, either before a conjugated verb or attached to the end of the infinitive. Sound familiar? It should, because we do the same thing with direct object pronouns. And now I know you're going, what? It's okay. I shall explain in more depth later. So before the conjugated verb, la gente de viajes me da el boleto. And originally the sentence said, la gente de viajes da el boleto a mí. With indirect object pronouns, you're going to see the word, or in this case, la letra a, in front of the indirect object. And that's kind of a dead giveaway. You can leave the direct object there in the sentence and put in the pronoun for clarification, but if it's clear, you really don't have to unless you just want to emphasize it. La azafata de vuelo nos trae unos refrescos. The original sentence was La azafata de vuelo trae unos refrescos a nosotros. There's that clue right there that this is our direct object. El empleado les devuelve los pasaportes. The original sentence said, El empleado devuelve los pasaportes a ellos. But you notice in our new sentence we have les here. Now, when we have le and les for indirect objects, when we're talking about third person singular and plural, you should not only put the pronoun here in front of the verb, but you should also leave the original indirect object in the sentence, just so we know that it's for clarification. Because this could very easily be a ellas, and we wouldn't know because les is gender neutral. So we want to leave it here, leave this here for the third person singular and plural forms. Okay, we can put the indirect object, el objeto indirecto, el pronombre, antes del verbo o después del infinitivo, just like you can with los objetos directos. Before the verb, le voy a mostrar el itinerario. Now, in este ejemplo, no saben que fue el objeto indirecto aquí, pero no es importante. After the infinitive, voy a mostrarle el itinerario. Notice that it's attached to the end of the infinitive, just like with objetos directos. Either one is fine. However, this is the more common way of using these pronouns. Okay, so this is the end of it. You have a whisk form to fill out. I believe it's a 1, 2, 3 form on this to fill out and submit online, or you may print that form and turn it in on paper. No me importa. There is classwork to do on this, but we will do it in class. Thank you for listening. Have a good day.